Hey, it's Carly here, founder of Made for More AI, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can set up your funnels. You can either amend the funnel templates that you've already got, or you can create one from scratch. So what you're going to do is come down here onto Sites, click on Sites and select and make sure that you're selected in the Funnels tab. And then here, if you're part of the Pro plan, you're going to have all of these funnel templates already uploaded into your account. If you're on the basic plan, then you're going to have these two here. So I'm just going to quickly show you how you could amend one of these funnels if you wanted to. So you can click on this one here, for example, and you'll see all of the funnel steps of the funnel are laid out on the left here. So you've got 7 steps to this funnel. You've got the offer page, which is where they're going to, see all the details about the offer, the checkout page, some upsell pages, thank you pages, and all bits and bobs like that. Now, each funnel is going to look slightly different. Some funnels will just have a couple of steps. Some funnels will have a lot more. But if you want to add a funnel step, you can just come over to here, click add step. Name what that step's going to be. So maybe it's going to be, you're going to add in a downsell offer. You can just type in what the path is going to be. This means that it will be yourwebsite.com/downsell. If you do have any funnels that you want to import from ClickFunnels, you can actually just put the URL of each page in here and it's going to automatically drag that whole page over. You can't put the link for the entire funnel. You would have to just build out each step still, but you can put the link for the page and it's going to draw over each page exactly as it should be. So for here, we're just going to add this funnel step. It's going to be a downsell. Click create funnel step. And then we've got 2 options here. You can either use an existing page that you have from another funnel. So it may be that, in one of your lead magnet funnels, for example, the thank you page from that funnel you really like and you want to bring that over into this funnel and you don't really want to duplicate the whole thing. So you can just click on use existing. You can actually pull over a page from a funnel or a website, but say you're going to do a funnel, you can click choose funnel. Choose the funnel that you want to pull it over from. So say, for example, I want to pull over, an upsell that I've got in my paid challenge. Click on funnel step, and then you can choose, I might want this page here. So you just would click that, click import, and then it's going to add that page to this funnel. You may decide that you actually just want to create it from blank, and this is what we're going to do here. So create from blank, and it's going to give you a completely blank canvas to start building out your funnel page. So for example, we're building a downsell offer here. A downsell offer is usually when you've tried to sell something to someone, they've decided not to go for it, and so you can offer them a lower priced product. That's what that would be, a downsell offer. Okay, so this page is now loaded. What's going to happen is you're going to have this blank page like this, and then on the left hand side it's going to say add a section. Now I usually use the full width section, and we're going to drag that over like that, and you'll see that the next element we're going to put in is going to affect the entire width of the page. So for example, if I was to come over here and change the background color of it, if I just come over here and click black, for example, you can see that it reaches across the whole page. If I was going to add in a section that was a medium section, for example, I can drag that over and you'll see it's just going to be this page. So you might have a background color or something, background image. And then if I wanted to change the background color of that section, you'll see it's just a small one like that. Now I'm just going to delete this. If ever you want to delete something, you can hover over it. You'll see the bin mark here, click delete, and then that's going to go. Now, once you're in a big section like this, then you can add a row. Now, a row is basically how many elements you want to have in each section. So for example, if I wanted to have just one thing in here, I just want to have one big photo, I would drag that over, just one element, click on this, scroll down and add image, and then I've got one image in there. If I wanted to have, let me just do another one for you. Let me just delete that. If I wanted to have 2, say for example, I wanted to have an image on the left and I wanted to have some text on the right, then I could do a 2-column one like this. And I might say here, I want to have an image, and here I want to have some text. So if I start writing in there, I'm just going to do it in, I don't know why I've done this in black. Let me just go back and put it in white so you can see what I'm doing. So you'll see you've got an image there and a call to action. You can type in whatever you want there. If ever you want to add some more little rows like that, if you think, oh, actually, I kind of want to have something on the right here too, if ever you hover over and it's purple, this is where you can add some more rows. So if you click clone, you'll see it's added now 3 sections. So I've got the photo, some text, and some more text here. So basically the orange color means that it's a element. So that's whether it's a picture or text or calendar or video or something like that. The purple means it's a row, so it's like a section that you can build something in. And the green is called a section, so that's like the entire width of the page. So I'll just show you the elements that you can actually add in. By the way, you can add as many of these as you want, so you can have, you know, lots of things like this. If you wanted to have like show a few pictures or things like that, you can have lots of things in there. So let's just delete some of these just because I'm going to show you some more elements that you can add in. So click add element. So you can see you've got headline here. This is automatically going to pick up the large font. You could add in a subheadline, which is that smaller font we've got there. Paragraph, which is even smaller. That would be like the body of the text, or a bullet list. So if you clicked that, then every time you type some more stuff, then it's going to add an actual bullet point to it. Other things you can add are a button. So I always recommend having lots of buttons throughout sales pages. So you can click a button here and you can go down and select, you know, what you want to happen when you click that button. Just to let you know, anything that you click on here, the options for that specific thing you've clicked on will always come up on the side here. So you can change where that button goes to. You can change the text that it says on that button. You can change the padding. So you might say that you want even more space either side of where the letters are. So if you were to click that and add 60, for example, you can see that it just creates some more padding. So it's an even bigger button. You can change the color options here. So the color of the writing right now is white, but maybe I want it to be black. You can also come up here and say that you want your text to be left aligned, center aligned, right aligned, anything like that. You can add in an icon if you want to. So you could come over here. Maybe you want a little icon like that if that button is going to go to YouTube or something. You can also change your font type. So you could go to custom fonts and choose any of the fonts that are in here. You can also search lots of Google fonts as well. You can also change your font size, shadows and things like that. You can play around with the style of it. You can change the background color of that button. But also you can come along to here and click themes and choose any of these here. So maybe you want something like with a bit of a shadow behind it. And you can also go to advanced as well. So for example, if you wanted to, something that I do sometimes is add a little effect to it. So if I click effect, then you can add a rocking effect. And you'll see it just kind of animates the button slightly. That's always quite good to do. You can do full width button. So it's going to go the whole size of the element. You can choose some background styles. You know, maybe you just want it to be clear like that, or maybe you want it to be with the color that you said. There's loads of things you can do. You can add a border to it. You can add this radius here. So if you wanted it to be a little bit more rounded, the button, you can click that and it's going to make it more rounded. So there's loads of things you can play around with that. So that's the button. Let's try another one. So we can try here adding in a form. So here you will actually have some forms already loaded into your account, but later on I can show you how you can create a form. But say for example, this is our lead magnet form. When someone has opted into our lead magnet, maybe you want to have that form there. So it's automatically going to give you the option to drag over any of the forms that you've already built, and then you can add an action to that form as well. So if you want, after they filled out that form, perhaps you want them to go to a specific page after that, in which case you can just select that and you can type in the URL that you want it to go to, or you could have it to just go to the next step in your funnel. So if your funnel pages are all kind of chronological, then it can just go to that next step in the funnel. You can also go to advanced and decide that you just want this to show on mobile, or you just want it to show on desktop. So that is the forms. Let's see what else we've got. We've also got blog posts. So maybe you've written a blog post and you want to add that over. That's going to automatically bring those over. Maybe you want to add in a video. Now, if you do want to add in a video, again, whenever you click on it, the option is going to come up on the right. You can choose that you want this to be a YouTube video. So maybe you've got it uploaded on YouTube already. You can just put the YouTube URL there. You may have it on other things like Wistia, or you may want to custom embed something, or you may want to actually just upload the video right there on the page. So if you click hosted video, you can select the video that you want to upload. For example, maybe it's this one. And then once you just double click that video and it will automatically upload here. And then you can even change the thumbnail as well. So you can select there, you can add a photo that you want to be on the front of that. I'll just choose this one. Just double click the photo and then you'll see that it's going to have a thumbnail image on top of the video. So it's not like a random still, which never looks that attractive. And then you've got some options about that video as well. So you can decide that you want it to autoplay, which means that as soon as they land on that page, that video is going to start playing. I sometimes tend to turn this off because it will mute the sound automatically. So I like to have a bit more control over it. So I tend to turn that off. You can allow play or pause. You can allow playback speed control, so they can speed up the video or slow it down. And there's lots of other things there. You can show the progress bar to see how long left they've got of the of that. You can also click here, which is generate leads from video. If you click on this, you can actually decide at what point you want a form to pop up. So this is quite good if you had a video and it played for 20 seconds or something, and then 20 seconds in you want a form to pop up to say fill in your details here to watch the rest of the video. You know, that's a really good way that you can do it as well. It's a really great way of capturing the emails. So let's see what else we've got. We can delete that, come into add element. You've got image slider. So this is where you can upload a few images. You can see here, you can just upload each photo on there. So you can have a little sliding image thing. You could have a video, as I said, image, FAQs is quite good. So you can just basically click on each one, add plus if you want to add some more questions. And if you click on them, then you can actually write in whatever you want your text to be. So you can just click on here, this is the answer that I want to write, this is the question, and that's going to allow you to build out those FAQs. You can also change the style of it as well if you want to. Okay, so next up we've got code. So if you were wanting to embed something, so say for example there was something on another page, another site that we don't do within this platform, and you wanted to embed that thing over here, you can click on code. Click open code editor and you can type the code in there. So this might happen with a specific type of video, or anything that you realize that we don't do in here. You can always just add the code in here and that whole thing's going to pop up. You can also add in, I'm probably not going to go through all of them, but you can add in surveys, which you might have created already. You can add in, reviews or testimonials that you've got. You can add in calendars. This is quite a good one to add in if you're doing like a book a call funnel. So you can click in calendar, select the calendar that you want to put in there, and it's automatically going to pop up. Also, any of these sections, if you wanted to make this wider and the button and the image smaller, for example, you can just move those over. Just grab that dot in the middle. So your calendar is going to pop up there. And again, you've got loads of functionality of the calendar. So you can come down here and say, once they've booked their call, where do you want them to go? Do you want them to go to a specific URL, or do you want them to go just to the next step? Within the calendar section as well, there will be another video about how to build your calendars. You can also customize that calendar in there. So to add, different colors and things like that. So there's lots that you can do with that calendar. A countdown is always quite a good thing to do. So if you are running a promotion and the promotion is only running for 3 days, for example, you could add in a countdown. So you would just click on here, type in the date of when you want that to end. So say it's going to end, at a certain time, 5 a.m. in the morning on the 10th of Feb. You can say what time zone that is. Click wherever you want to, and then that's going to show the countdown, and that's going to be relevant to the person watching it. And then you can say, once that is finished, so once the countdown has expired, you can either just hide that so they can't see it, or you could send them to another URL, which may be another page that says, sorry you missed it, join our wait list here, something like that, for example. So there's loads of things you can do with the countdowns. You've got a countdown of the hours, you've got the minutes, and you've got the day timer as well. Here is just kind of like dividers. If you wanted to add, I'm just going to add in this a second. I'm going to add in another section here. If ever you want to drag something down, you can just click these, see this kind of square here, click that, and you can just drag it down like that. So you can do lots of things like that. And then if you wanted to do another divider, you can just click this copy button here, and then you'll see like that. And then say, for example, you've got these two dividers here, but you wanted to have a bit more space between them. You can come over to this margin and padding, click here, and just increase the spacing. Say if you wanted to do it like this, you know, you can increase the spacing like that. So let's see what else we've got. So you've got a progress bar. This is quite good if you're doing an upsell. So it might be that they've signed up for something, and then on the next page you're going to upsell something, and that's just showing that their order isn't complete yet, and it's just processing. You can add in your social icons, you can add in an image feature, and then with the checkout pages, these are really good as well. So you could add in a two-step order form. I actually always use a two-step order form, because what it means is the first step of the order form, they're going to fill out all of their details, just their name and address and things like that. And then they're going to click this button. Now, once they go to the second page is actually where, if you come over here, you can change any of these names and things like that from that first step. You can then go over to step 2, and this is where they're going to put in their card details. So this will automatically pull over any of the products that you've added to this specific page. I'll show you later on how you can add products to the page, but this is going to show you exactly how to do that. And then what happens is, if someone doesn't go through with actually purchasing that product, you've got all of their information already, so you can actually set up an automated workflow that is going to remind them and say, hey, I saw you were interested in buying this thing. Here's the link to buy it again. And it's going to make sure that's basically called an abandoned cart sequence. But this is really good, because even if someone doesn't purchase, we're still able to get their email addresses, which is really valuable. So again, you can add in lots of things with this. You can add in an order bump. So if you wanted to add in an extra product that they can purchase at checkout, you can add in coupon codes. You can add in terms and conditions there, so they have to select that box. If they want to, you can customize all of that there. And then there's loads of things you can do down here. Again, you can show it just on desktop or show it just on mobile, so you can have a play with that. So that's what a two-step order form looks like. If you decide to go for a one-step order form just for ease, then this is what it would look like. It's just all in one long page like that. But then also, if you want to do a thank you page after someone has purchased something, you can also go down here, click order confirmation, and it's going to automatically show what they've purchased and just give them a confirmation of that order. So there's lots of things that you can do here. I hope that's given you a bit of an insight. Up here, you've got the layers. I never really use this much, to be honest, but if, for example, you had some things, you had all of these things on here. If you come up to layers and you go to page and you decided, I do want to have those things, but I just want to hide one of them for now. I don't want that to be on the page just for now. You can click down here and you can say, I just want to hide that first column. So you can click on these 3 dots and click hide. And then that's going to actually, you can see the invisible eye there. You can see there, if we come out, it's actually hidden that first image that we had. So it's not deleted it. It's not, if there was a bit of work that you put a lot of time and effort into and you just want to remove it just for a little bit, then you can just go and hide that up there. Here is your pages. So this is where you can just see all the pages that are part of your funnel. So you can actually flip between all of your different pages by clicking on there. This is some tracking code. So if you were running Facebook ads, this is where you would paste your pixel, or it's actually called a data set now, but this is where you would paste that code. Up here is custom CSS. You don't really need to worry about that unless you want to do some, really fancy coding with your page that isn't part of the builder. Up here is your typography. So if you wanted to change any of the fonts and you just want it to change across the whole page instead of, different bits and bobs, you can change that there. You can change the text color and the link color as well. Up here is your background. So if you want a image to be, behind it on the background of your page, you can just click here, add any of your photos, and it's going to add that there. You can also just change the general background color so the whole page has the same background color. Here is the pop-up settings. So say, for example, this button here, we've actually got it set at the moment to open up the pop-up. And this is where you can decide what goes in that pop-up. So you click on here and maybe you want the pop-up to be a form, for example. So you might say add element, go down to form. I want it to be this form that we created before. I also want to add a little bit of text above it. So I might go like this. I'm just going to move that above the form and it might say, you know, fill out your details here in order to get blah, blah, blah. Click on that, make sure that the action of that form is going to the right place. So you want it to go to a URL or a next step or wherever you want it to go. And then that is your pop-up. If a page has a pop-up already and you decided that you don't want a pop-up, you can just click on pop-up settings, come down here and you can just select disable pop-up, which means that it's not going to show up. But you can also decide that you want it to show on exit. So if someone goes to click out of the tab, then that pop-up can come up. So they haven't even pressed the button, but that's going to come up. It could be a delay, so it starts, you know, it's going to pop up after 30 seconds of them being on that page, or you could have none. So again, you're showing that you don't want the pop-up to come up. So that is that for the pop-up settings. Then you've got the SEO metadata. If you click on here, this is basically, you know, if you share a link for someone, this is the title that's going to come up when you share it, and this is your SEO of how people can search for you. So you're just going to put the title of what that page is. If you can add in some keywords that are going to be relevant to people searching for a page like this, then that's always going to be good. And you can also add in here a little icon as well, so that when someone, you know, sees it in their tab, there's a little icon by it. And then if ever you're looking at this and you want to know what it looks like on mobile, obviously we haven't designed a particularly attractive funnel here. You can actually just go to mobile mode and it's going to show you exactly what that looks like. So again, if something is here and you're thinking, oh, that doesn't look right when it's on mobile, you can actually just select it, come over to advanced and say that you don't want it on mobile. So you can click that off. So if it's blue, it means that it's going to be showing on it. So you can click it off mobile and it means that when it's on mobile, you're not going to be able to see it. But you just want to make sure that it looks good on mobile because that's where most people are going to be scrolling through your funnel. So that is it in terms of building a funnel page like that. Let's just leave that a second because I just want to show you what else is available to you in terms of funnels. So whenever you have a funnel, each of the pages is actually going to have a URL here. Now you can see at the moment there isn't one. I actually don't have a domain name set up to this account. But when you come up here to settings, you can come over here, select the domain. As I said, I don't have one at the moment, but it should show your domain if you've loaded it onto the account. You can click on that, and then when you go back, your URL of that particular page is going to show there. So if you wanted to send out the link for someone to register for your webinar or your course or whatever, then it will be the link that shows here, which is the one you're going to share with people. Now, another thing you can do is check the stats. So you can see who has looked at each of the pages, who has opted into the pages, how many sales came from it, and how much you've earned from that entire funnel. So that can really help you just see how the funnel's performing and get that data on the funnel. And you can also see all of the sales here as well. So if someone has gone on and purchased something from that funnel, you'll see all of the sales are listed here. And then I am going to do another video on adding products, but if you do want to add a product to a page, for example, if this funnel is to sell one course, you only need to add the product to the checkout page. You don't have to add the product to every single page. You only need to add a product which someone can purchase on that particular page. So, for example, if you wanted to add a product to this page so that they can purchase on your checkout page, you come along to products here. You'll click add product. Click on here. Maybe this is my VIP upsell that I'm selling. Click on the price. If you've added this into your products already, which again will be another video, then this will populate here. You can click save, and then you'll see that these products are added there. If the product isn't added onto this checkout page, then it's not going to show up with the dynamic product, which means that someone's not going to be able to purchase. So you always want to make sure that you add those products there. So that is it for kind of building a funnel from scratch and what that looks like. But I do also want to let you know that if you come over to new funnel, we actually have a huge amount of templates that you can choose from as well. So if you hate design, if you have no idea how you would build this from scratch, you can come over here, click continue, And there's loads of different funnels here, and they have multiple steps within them as well. So say, for example, you are a coach, you're a life course creator or something like that. You can just click on here, click the I button. You might have a look through that and think, yeah, I quite like the look of that. That looks like a nice design. Obviously, you can change all of the colors and the photos and the text and everything like that. Click continue. And then it's going to add that template. So you can see it's 1 of 4. It's actually got 4 pages in it. And it's going to open up now with our template. So if we come back here, it's going to take you straight into the funnel, but I just want to show you what it looks like. So there we go. So you can see it's come in just like our other ones, Life Course Creator. There's a lead magnet there and there's a thank you page as well. So all of the funnels are different. They're all going to have different intentions behind them, but that is it. You can just go in now and start adjusting that. Another thing I just want to show you really quickly, this is more of an advanced step, but I just want to show you how this works and what this is. If you have, for example, maybe you have a lead magnet and the lead magnet is called 5 Steps to Sell Your Course Without an Audience. And you think, yeah, I do quite like that, but I don't know whether the title actually works that well. You could come over here and create variation. And what's actually going to happen, it's not going to let me do it because I don't have a domain, but what's actually going to happen is it's going to duplicate that entire funnel over to here, and it's going to, you can change the title on that page, for example. So if the hook to get people to download your lead magnet is, 5 steps to sell your course without an audience, maybe you want to try another page that says the number 1 reason courses fail. And you're thinking, I don't know what title is going to be best. You can actually test them. And what's going to happen is that the system is automatically going to split your traffic. And based on the one that converts the best, it's going to say this one's better or this one's better. And then once it does that, you can decide which one you want to go with. Now, any of these things, if ever you want to cancel a page, you can just click here, this cross, type in delete, and you'll be able to cancel that page. But you can also duplicate them as well. So if you click on the page that you want, you can click clone funnel step, click clone step in this funnel. And then that is actually just going to duplicate that exact same page so you can do whatever you want to do with it. So that is funnels in a nutshell. There's a lot to go through there, but I hope that's given you a good idea of what is possible with building your funnels in Made for More AI. If you are not a member of Made for More AI already and you want to give it a try, you can actually get a 14-day free trial by clicking the link below. If you are a member, I really hope this has helped you, and there are loads of templates for you to dive in. I really do recommend that you dive in and you use some of these templates because these are actually tried and tested. They're proven funnels that I've used in my own business and I know that they work. So thank you so much. I'm excited to see you soon. Bye.